lost. You got the wrong temple. You think so? Well, I don't think it's the wrong temple. You mean that you're looking for me? That's right. You've something I want. Something you must give. What's that? That's simple. It's your heart. My heart. It's almost disappeared now. If you will just tread the path of true repentance and return to God.
Let's kill a demon for the misleading deacons. God aligns my sequence. The Baphomet is who you believe in, which explains why you dream of men. The code of hell is for grievance. Substance minus meaning. For your ministry of darkness, I carry a light for seasons of war, so I can see those who screaming, pleading to Jesus. These heathens I leave bleeding. I exercise the inner region when having troubles breathing. Those that fall to the personal reasons, please defeat your weakness. My defense defends what lies beneath the semen. I'll behead the head of your lineage. Revenge is tasteless of bittersweetness. Enjoy the citrus once my lemon gets to squeezing. There's no following thesis to the wicked wanting to swallow in a human fetus. No justice as the system isn't providing the proper policing. Enraged, I break barricades at my convenience. What's in store is colder than what the wino's drinking. You and I know I won't pledge no allegiance. I swear I'm doing more than thinking. I'm causing grievance towards your demonic legion. They better lock me away in the precinct. I'm the key to revealing the eye of the all-seeing. Knowing this truth when seeking. Even our president is a keeper to treason. A united government. I fight the elitists who has us mistreated. The evil prestigious people of power posing threats on the battered and beaten. So how do you kill a demon? Simple. Do the opposite on what they believe in. The terminology and the demonology starts with the stars in the galaxy. Saturn's day is a reality when harvesting souls for captivity. I seen witches turn savage into black magic. The sacrifices and tragedies, don't panic. It's this pandemic of a planned catastrophic disease. This angelic being is killing everything that's opposite of his beliefs. So roll up, smoke when the village calls me Bruce Lee. My sword moves like the pendulum that swings. In hell's pit, I'll kill the devil's quit. To prove God exists, the eternal flying kicks knocks down the sign that says enter at your own risk. I spit real life, so grab your guns, get a grip. Society's immortal kingdoms are sick. Venomous, that is. I'm what nature gives to a shaman's spiritual trip. Dying words are psychedelic. I can assign you a meeting with Elvis or a drug deal with Money Mitch. Acknowledge this rapid fire, a rebellious street soldier from a divine project. Take over or notice murder instead. Amen. Now let us pray for the dead. Lord, we come together. Now let us bow our heads.
Look, Buddhist, you're blind. Do you know what this place is? Who you're talking to? Who my master is? Buddha bless you. I simply want to save your soul from going to hell. Buddha bless you. Return to God, and you'll be saved. Buddha bless you. Good and evil. Each is repaid.
Bruce Leaf. And you know that is silent for those who fight opposite of what's violent. I'm here to set fire to all you burning sheep. Some of you motherfuckers will never wake up.
D-Lo Beats.
This is for all you brain dead sheep, ignoring war and peace. I set fire to the body stiff under the corner sheets. The autopsy reads another ignorant human being who got caught up in the crossfires of one who ain't afraid to speak. Play this till your eardrums bleed. I'll set all your masons free. I give a fuck in what you believe. Kick that nonsense to me. Round one, you won't make it to C3, nor will you be able to receive your 33rd degree. All my killings come in the verse where many occur. I attack the eye of the all-seeing curse. Jesus is Zeus, then you must worship Lucifer's birth. And I disagree, it's written in red. The Jesuits are in order. Listen to Bruce Lee while smoking trees. I train with killers who honor their beliefs. Wicked lords of the Illuminati, I'm at it again, burning down the Vatican. My shadows vanish before seen on St. Peter's Street. My philosophy on hypocrisy is the meaning of murder and beats. So raise your peace, I'll break your very wrist before your gun bar goes bow. Sifu, Sensei, tell him about the owl in the OVO owl, but with no mathematics. your TV set instead of spring cleaning. Only blood stains, I'm leaving. Live on MREC, I made a mess. PowerPoints that no one can test. Contestants, what's your testament? Keep testing. I've told one, I'll tell another, I'll send you in pockets. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. What's today's mathematics? Feed them the scoop. Hashtag fake news. Truthfully, the sheep don't wanna know where the truth lives. And you can count on sheep following sheep. This is a war I can't win without a team. So be prepared for my army of black belts. We're here to send your legion back to hell. Otherwise, I do it myself. Uncompromised radio, restoring order. Sign up if you wanna help. Join the witch hunt, unveil the serpent's tail. Lead us to your dragon's lair so I can ring his doorbell. Tough talk ain't much from a cartoon character. A cemetery's where I bury ya. Worse than the corona, I'll cause mass hysteria. Only ninjas wear a mask, so that's we're not identified by your neighbor. Don't be a slave to the government's network. Dancing in a masquerade for your labor parade. I'm more ready, juggling grenades. Rhyming like a ticking time bomb, I stay calm. I can defuse a short fuse by adding fire to the fuel. Like my decodes, I move in silence. Sounding off alarms, I'm immune to the violence. Hey yo, my firearms will be used for the tyrants. So come on and try it. Death grips, extra clips, I'm applying. The righteous angel gave me the angle on the occult science.
Well then, come on down to Captain Spaulding's Museum of Monsters and Madmen. Yeah, see the alligator boy. Ride my famous murder ride. Most of all, don't forget to take home some of my tasty fried chicken. Ha ha! It just tastes so damn good.
Yo. You know exactly what up you at. This is Bruce Lee's philosophy on hypocrisy, and you know the F is silent for those who fight. Opposite of what's violent. This is a scripted fight using the Dramachinator calculator. Alright? Down below you see a picture of the English ordinal. There's 4 basic ciphers in the Dramachinator. This is just a reference of what the English ordinal is based upon. You see the 26 letters in the alphabet. A equaling 1, B equaling 2, C 3, etc. so forth, all the way to the letter Z, the 26th letter in the alphabet. Therefore, there's 26 letters in the alphabet, okay? So, basically, I'm breaking down who's ever running the show, running the scripts in your news, media, sports, entertainment. They're scripting it by these 26 letters in the alphabet, alright? No coincidence as there's 26 letters in the alphabet, and if you add up the word God, G-O-D, it will equal 26, okay? They
God
say,
speaks mathematics.
just go do your research on God and numbers and everything that deals with that, okay?
And that's why I say the Bible is written mathematically.
Hebrew language with 22 letters, okay? It's a rabbit hole. If you want to go down there, just make sure you got your sword and your shield to make sure you're protected. So let's get to the scripted fight using the Dramachinator as we go along and decode the fuckery, alright? As we decode the Hollywood script. Alright? So this is a scripted fight. Let's get this moving along. We are gonna read this flyer here for the big Saturday night fight. Alright? We got Premier Boxing Champs. Unified World Welterweight Championship, Spence Jr. vs. Ugas. Saturday, April 16th, AT&T Stadium, man down. Okay? So what I do is I look for strong words, meanings, do my research, do my studies, and whatever I gotta do. Because there's a riddle to all this, and if you can find or crack the riddle, most of the time, your decode should be really strong and you're gonna hit that on, and you just might win a bet. Okay, so a lot of money was made. If you had Spence Jr. winning in the 10th round, a lot of money was made. It was plus 1,600. Plus 1,600 if you put your money down on Spence Jr. in the 10th round. And yes, we did. Okay, I'm not even gonna tell you how much we bet. Alright. But a lot of money was made on Saturday, April 16th. So let's get this pushing. Let's get this moving. And let's look at some numbers, okay? Again, Spence Jr. versus Ugas, Saturday, April 16th, using the Gematria, okay? Go to Gematria.com. Now, Showtime presented this fight. We were gonna see who's gonna be the victor of this fight, who is gonna stand victorious Saturday in this unified fight at the AT&T Stadium. Alright, we're gonna see. Let's run these numbers. So you got Showtime, English Ordinal 112, full reduction 40, reverse Ordinal 104, reverse full reduction 41. Now victory is gonna equal the same as Showtime, 112, victory the same as Showtime, 40, victory 77, 7 plus 7 is 14, Showtime 104, take the 0 out, 14, victory 41, Showtime 40. Right out the gate, we're gonna see a 4 cipher alignment.
God speaks
now
mathematics.
We know we're on to something. We're on to something big. So let's keep these 4140 numbers going and see what we can find. So here you see unified with the 4140, AT&T with the 4140. Now we know the script is being laid out right in front of us. All we gotta do is find more riddles and crack this damn code. Alright, Errol Spence Jr. versus Yordenis Ugas fight, start time, live stream, pay-per-view, how to watch, Showtime boxing. There you see Showtime, victory, unified, AT&T, all match. Showtime victory, 4 cipher alignment. Showtime victory, unified, AT&T with the 40, 41 alignments, all the way down. Okay, so let's get this moving along, because this was the Spence Jr. versus Ugas, Saturday, April 16th at AT&T Stadium. There you see Yordenis and Saturday are gonna match again in all 4 ciphers. Another 4 cipher alignment. We're hitting this shit big right here. Big decode. We didn't have to do much. We just
God
ran
speaks
some.
mathematics.
We just followed what they said, and we cha-ching. If you hear me, cha-ching. 10th round. Yordenis, Saturday, 109. Yordenis 46 full reduction, reverse ordinal 107, reverse full reduction 44. Saturday 109.
God speaks mathematics.
Saturday full reduction 28. Yordenis 46, 6 plus 4 is 10. Saturday 28, 8 plus 2 is 10. Do you see the math we're doing here? Easy numerology. You got your calculator, you don't got to do no adding. Saturday 107, Yordenis 107. Saturday 53, Yordenis 44. 4 plus 4 is 8. Saturday 53, 5 plus 3 is 8. Keep up with me, y'all. And here you see DeSoto's Errol Spence Jr. 28-0 after this win. So what I was looking at was, okay, he's 27-0. Now let's look for some 28 numbers if he's gonna hit this and be victorious Saturday night, right? Now look at Saturday in the full reduction, 28. So he was 27-0 before the fight, and if he wins, he's gonna be 28-0. So now we know Saturday's holding a lot of power. 4 cipher alignment, Showtime victory, unified, AT&T, and here you see the 28. The 28. He went 28-0 after this fight. Saturday full reduction 28. We getting hype. We getting hyped because money was made. And you have to know, before the fight, this math right
God
here
speaks mathematics.
wasn't done after the fight. This math was done before the fight. This isn't a decode after the fight. This was a decode before the fight. I was in a chat room the night before, days before, telling chat what I was gonna do, where I seen the numbers hit. Right there, shout out to Jules Gaming Lounge. I was in the chat, posted it, took a picture. There you see the night before. You can go to his web, you can go to his channel and go to the night before, the Friday night post that he put up on his channel, and you can go to the chat, the live chat, and you can see me posted. Here's a picture of this. So yes, we called this shit the night before, days before, when we ran these numbers. So we're gonna keep it moving and focus on that strong Saturday 28, the 28-0. Saturday with the 28, Spence with the 28, Dallas, Texas, his hometown. This was a hometown victory. Dallas, Texas with the 28, and boxing itself equals 28 in the reverse full reduction. Again, Errol Spence Jr., 28-0, returned to the boxing ring to finish Yordenis Ugas, who was 27-5. You know, so here you see it. Ugas wasn't reaching the 27 because he was 26, and you know, so here you see this hometown victory. This is what it was, and he said it himself. Errol Spence Jr. said it himself that he's gonna do it for the hometown. He said he's making this his home. He said AT&T Stadium is his home. So I knew it. This had to be something strong with this hometown victory. And the hometown victory, there you see, with the 81-72. April 16th, the day of the fight, when written out, 72-81. There you see the 180 in hometown victory, April 16th with the 180. We had another strong connection. This isn't no one number connection. We're having strong power connections. We got 3 strong power alignment ciphers. Okay, so now I know I'm on to something. We gonna keep it pushing. I know I'm on something. And usually when we decode, we connect this shit to the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, who are running the fuck show, running the script. I had to look for a connection with that. Alright. In April, there you see 56-79 in Society of Jesus. We ran this fight. It was going down in April. Boom, out the gate, 56-79. I'm like, alright, we on to something. Who's gonna be the winner? Let's write down the winner. And here you see winner, 79-34. Now look up to April, 79-34. And we're like, damn, is he gonna still be the champion? Who's gonna be the champion of Saturday night? Look at champion with the 79-38. We got winner, 79-38. Champion, 79-43.
God speaks
38.
mathematics.
Winner. The winner of the night, 79-38-34. Reflection to the 43. Again, the 43 self-reflection to the 34. I'm like, yo, what do we got here? Now, this was a hometown victory. I watched this documentary before the fight on Errol Spence, and it was basically just a presentation and show where he lived on a ranch. And the first thought, alright, he called it his hometown, Dallas Cowboys. They're making it look like he's a cowboy. So we wrote cowboy in here, and there you see cowboy with the 83-79, and the winner, 83-79. April, 29-79. Cowboy, 29-79. I'm telling you, there's a riddle to the script. If you got a strong discernment, if you can see behind the behind stage, if you can read between the lines, you're gonna find the riddle, stick to your gut, crack the riddle, and you will decode it, and you might have some luck. Alright? I'm not telling anybody to go bet. I'm not telling anybody to do that. I'm trying to do my best to stay away from this gambling shit. But if I find an easy, strong decode, you know damn right we're gonna drop something on it. Alright, let's keep it moving, because we on to something. We are definitely on to something. There should be no reason why I'm finding these synchronicities. There should be no reason why there's a connection, and this is definitely not a conspiracy. Alright, so all you say, oh, Bruce Leaf is tripping, he's on his number shit again, he's in his bag, he's reaching. You know exactly what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the bird, and you're gonna get kicked out of class, and I'm gonna tell y'all to wake up. Or you know what? All your brain dead sheep can stay asleep. We gonna set fire to the fence that your head gets stuck in, looking at everybody else. Alright? Let's keep it moving, cause I'm gonna show you the cha-ching and how we made some bread. Alright? Errol Spence Jr. defeats Yordenis Ugas by knockout. He keeps his undefeated record intact. Now listen to these words, alright? This is after the fact that we already knew this shit was going down in the 10th round. Now let me show you how I knew this. He was already undefeated. Alright? If he wins and beats, he's going to remain undefeated. Now in the Vegas betting, they had...
God speaks mathematics.
Spence, I believe it was plus 285 if you had Spence winning in the 10th round, but he had to win within the 10th and a half. It was 10 and a half, so he had to win before that half mark in the 10th round. So I said, you know what, let me look at just the 10th round itself so I can scratch that bet and just put something on the whole thing. Let me see if I can find something on just the 10th round. So we seen undefeated. 10 undefeated with the 185. 10th round TKO 185. Technical knockout 185. So you know what we did? Let's put the house on round 10, because it's going down. Ugas is going down in the 10th round. And we called it. This is the only way he was going to be able to unify all three belts. So now, let's keep it moving and see what else we found. Because we was on a roll right here. Here you see CBS Boxing. You see the eye, the all-seeing eye next to the CBS Boxing. What happened to Ugas' face, man? He got his eye knocked out. Alright, he got his eye swelled up. He got his eye of Raw knocked out. What was it? His right eye? He got his right eye knocked out. Errol Spence Jr. versus Yordenis Ugas fight result highlights. The truth. Yes, we found the truth in the script. The truth unifies titles with 10th round TKO. Spence put on a clinic with his speed and body work before forcing stoppage due to a swelling on Ugas' right eye, the eye of Ra, the eye of Horus, the all-seeing eye. You know what I mean? Keep up. Again, undefeated 185, 10th round TKO 185, technical knockout 185. Man, when I was doing this decode, all I heard was cha-ching. All I heard was money. All I heard was money. I tried to tell folks the night before. Hopefully some of y'all peep game and dropped a little paper on the 10th round. Or hopefully some of y'all dropped a little bit of paper on just Errol Spence winning. If you put money on Errol Spence winning, it wasn't a big payout. You had to either hit the 10 and under, which I'm not even sure the time of the fight. I'm not sure on the time of the stoppage, but I know for sure they stopped it in the 10th round. Alright, now look at this. Alright, peep game on this, because he's the unified champion. Now look at unified equaling the 147. Now Spence went 28-0 extending his control as the power player at 147 pounds by unifying his WC and IBF titles with the WBA belt from Yordenis Ugas. Are you guys following these numbers? Do you guys see this shit? It's right in front of your face. Okay, it ain't as easy as it sounds. I was just really super blessed to find this decode. And this is exactly what went down. Alright, we found this decode and we put money on the 10th, motherfuckers. That's what we did. There you see it. Unified champion. He fought Unified champion 147 in the English ordinal.
God speaks mathematics.
Again, he extended his control as the power player at 147 pounds. 147, the unified champion 147. And yo, I can't make this shit up. That's the last thing I can do. The last thing I want to do is lead you guys to some toxic water. That's the last thing I got going in my life, yo. So, hope you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you, alright? Because we all know Errol Spence got a little sugar in his tank. So he's down with the brotherhood, alright? And I'm gonna break this brotherhood shit down to you in a minute. So y'all keep thinking I'm reaching deep in this bag, and I'm gonna show you funny fairy Bati Poo Boys what's really going down behind the scenes, alright? Like this, peep this out. Y'all don't think he really fairy boy?
God speaks mathematics.
Hey, he said his girlfriend.
Hey,
Look, ain't gonna get jealous. She said, don't kiss him.
Bro, what's wrong with
That's
this
why
nigga,
you
bro?
don't say that to his friend. He said his girlfriend. Look, ain't gonna get jealous. She said, don't kiss him.
Brother.
Yeah, you've seen all his little funny moves right there. That was pretty fairy-ish, alright? But let's watch this right here. Here you see Errol Spence Jr. holding his 3 belts. So I thought, okay, what happens if he unifies all 3 belts? What are we gonna get? So let's write that in our calculator, alright? Let's see if we can calculate what they are trying to script behind the scenes. Let's see if we can play their role of the script writers. So you gotta find the riddles, and that's exactly what I did. Finding the riddles to this 10th round TKO is exactly what we did. Check this out. Unifying 3 belts. 93, 96. Errol Jr. 96, 93. Damn, we're on to something with the 42. But check this out, because the truth is, I found the riddle. The truth is, I decoded the 10th round TKO before the April 16th. That's the truth. That's the truth. You want to know the truth? The truth is, I cracked the damn riddle.
God speaks mathematics.
Alright, and there you see the truth with 39, 96. Hey yo, but that's not 93. No, that's a self-reflection of 93. But you see the 42 connection with the Errol Jr., do you not? Exactly. We was on to some big money right here, yo. We was on to some big money. Big money. I'm telling you. Plus 1,600 on a 10th round knockout. Hey, yo, that's some... Come on, $100? You guys know what $100 plus 1,600 is? I really don't think you guys are catching this. Errol Spence Jr. adds third title belt with TKO over WBA champion Yordenis Ugas. Spence fighting for the first time in more than 16 months. Oh, he's fighting more than 16. There you go again, 1-6. The shit went down on the April 16th. Improved to 28-0. Saturday, April 16th. Saturday, 28. He can improve to being 28-0. This was really easy, y'all. I just happened to be blessed and looked for the right things on this script, and I found it. It didn't take me long either. You can ask Shorty right here. It didn't take me much time. Alright, so we get a peep game. That's how we decoded the 10th round knockout. I got more numbers, but it ain't as strong as these ones here. These were the ones that set it over the line and said, you know what? Put the house on it. Let's put the house on the 10th round knockout. Let's put the house on Errol Jr. unifying 3 belts. And let's find the truth in this. And you know what? Yeah, we did. Alright, so now for those who don't know what squaring the circle is, this is going to lead you down the rabbit hole on some Freemasonry, some alchemy, and some biblical blasphemy. Alright, so I want you to hear this caller right here break down his term of the square and the circle, and then we're gonna get deep into squaring the circle on some alchemy, Freemasonry, and some biblical blasphemy. Alright?
Alright, we call this person back, see what they talking about. Say some wild shit.
Peace.
Peace, what's up, Ken? What you got for me?
Hey, my name is Shakir. I just pulled into your channel today. It's a couple of things that as a retired fighter, and I fought Pooh Ennis back in the day, and won a lowercase belt. But you know what really gets me about people is, you know, it doesn't have to be all that animosity to sell a fight. It's just that your opponent is there to test your skill, right? And so as a Marine, I heard you was in the Army. You know, the Army and the Marines used to go back at it back in the day. That's when the Army, Brother Maude and them, the Army really had good boxing teams. And so the Marines did, you know. My friend was Robert Allen. He was a world champion. And a lot of the guys used to box, but I was doing special force service. So they weren't going, they had too much money invested in me for me to go box full time. But once I got out, I went on in boxing, went amateur and won Golden Gloves and turned pro.
Oh.
But what happens is that, you know, and I had the same surgery that Errol had, and now I'm blind in my right eye. But, you know, I don't have any regrets because you lay it all on the line. And people don't understand. It takes a lot of courage to get in that squared circle. Whether you lose or win, everybody can't get in there. And so when I hear people talking about, oh, this guy ain't this, I said, do you know how much time, like I tell younger guys at the gym, I said, if you like hanging out at the club and you like having a whole lot of sex and being around and going to parties, boxing ain't for you. Because it's a lonely road. It's a lonely road. And you have to be a very disciplined individual. Now, I just finished running 6 miles just like 30 minutes ago because I love combat. So I went from martial arts to boxing, so I'm still trained.
Okay.
But that's the discipline. But a lot of people, and it hurts me because I know there's a lot of fighters who got jobs, who get off their job, go to the gym, put it in, and get back up and go to work and make all these sacrifices. And then you have these people, I don't know their names, they come out the blue and they celebrity boxers and they make all this money. Meanwhile, there's other brothers and people putting it in, trying to get just a shot, just to make $3,000 or $2,500 a fight. And it's crazy with the contract. So when I see a man, whether he lose or win, and he give it his all, and he just ain't going there, I don't have nothing bad to say about the man because, next across the ring, I don't have any animosity to him unless he a straight asshole and he talking plenty of sugar honey iced tea. But majority of the time, he's just a standard bearer in which I'm to test my skill. That's all I wanted to say. But I enjoy your program, and that's all I wanted to say. But that man that took that beating like that, and fight styles make fights. And when you look at Bud and EJ, it's like, well, if that man sit on that man's body, he gonna have problems. But if that other man can keep that man off of his body and then bang every now and then keep moving, then it gets taken. But it just depends on who force what. But I have respect for everybody, man, especially anybody that gets in that ring, whether they get knocked out or don't get knocked out. But, that man may never see right again. Like I said, I don't have sight in my right eye, but I don't have no regrets because I gave it all I had to give. But most people don't know how to do that. Most people, as a man, never had that. You play football, you play basketball, you play hockey, but you don't play no damn boxing.
Yes, sir.
When somebody's scrambling your brains up, Robert Allen's a good friend of mine. We all went in the Marine Corps together, and people are not the same once they get out.
Right.
And it's terrible to see your friends, man, and they not talking and stuff. You can see this, man. But people, he didn't do this and he didn't do, man, stop. Because people don't get in there to put it all on the line, to run them 6 miles or the 8 miles. I know what it's like to run with 2 20-pound weights in my hand. Because you started late, so you got to train extra hard to beat guys who have been boxing all their life.
Right.
Or they boxing out you. It's like when I tell younger fighters, I said, if you're going to fight, play a game of chess a day to help you develop your boxing IQ. Because that's the thinking man's game. And I ask them all the time, just the fighters, I said, do you know, even you, bro, do you know why they call it the square circle?
Talk to me, I don't know, enlighten me.
Yeah, they call it the square circle because it's mathematics. They call it a science. Science is the study of. So when you look at that square, that's 4 90-degree angles. 4 times 90 is 360 degrees. That's electromagneticism. That's why they call it the square circle. Right? And then if you cut that ring in half, it becomes a triangle. Then half of a triangle is what? 100, and some of a triangle is 180 degrees. That's why you have 360-degree angles. That's why you step to the left, step forward, or step to the right. Because you're trying to cut that sum of 180 degrees into 3 little triangles. Whether you change the angle from the back foot or the front foot. This is the science of fighting. And you notice why they always have it the blue corner or the red corner, never the pink corner or the orange corner or the gray corner? Because this was from when, like a movie Mike Tyson always told. That's why you get the Republicans and Democrats from the gangs in New York. Because when the criminals came in and they were like, look, the Irish, the Italians, and the Jews, they were all fighting it. That's why you had fighters like Willie Pep back in the day. I come from an old fighting line with Laurie and Tyson up in DC trained me and all these things, because those are the lineages that pass down. Because you can't get this, you can't learn this boxing through going to get a degree. You have to be in the gym around old school fighters and old school trainers that pass this knowledge down. But like I was saying, I'm going to end. That comes from the Democrats and the Republicans, called the gangs of New York. They used to say, well, if you bring, instead of us killing each other for this territory, you bring your best fighter, I'll bring my best fighter, and whoever wins, we get to run the territory for the next 6 months to a year. That's why the corners are always blue and red, representing the Democrats and Republicans. But this is the history and the science of fighting that they don't study. Because it's all combat when you get down to it. But that's it, brother. I'm not going to keep it. I just enjoyed your show, man. That's all.
Last question then. Do you think this version of Spence can be Terrence Crawford, what you saw tonight?
Well, like I said, it's you know, I never had a problem with anyone beating it. It's about the will of the man. Can I force my will on you, and can you force your will on me? And that's who's gonna win the fight. Because both of them have excellent IQs. And it's a chess game. Like I look at it this way. If Mr. Crawford allows Mr. Spence to sit on his body like that, he's gonna have some problems. But if Mr. Bud can keep him off of his body and box on the outside, and then every now and then bang his body, you know, that's why that's gonna go. That's why I said it depends on who can force whose will.
All right.
That's boxing IQ. That's how it's said. That's why it's a chess game. That's why, like I said, that's why I always tell them younger fighters, play a game of chess a day to help you think. Because some people, you know, it's a relaxed aggression. You can't get hit and then lose it. You got to get hit and remain calm and keep moving forward to work your plan. That's all, brother, man. I'm not going to keep it, but that's just my little 2 cents. Ain't nobody important. I'm just your brother. That's it.
And where'd you get that square circle stuff from? Like, where'd you get that from? Where'd you learn?
Oh, that's science of mathematics.
No, I'm saying, like, as far as boxing, like, where did you hear it?
Oh, that's old school trainers taught me that. Like with Laurie. He's passed now. And his brother Go-Go. All of them was way back in the day with Sugar Ray Robinson and Joe Louis. But that was the line that I came from that taught me that. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this, right? Do you know how you can tell if a fighter is overtrained or not? Can you tell?
Sir?
Can you tell if you look at a fighter, if he's in the gym and he's sweating, how can you tell if he's overtrained or not?
His cheeks are suck in, his eyes suck in, what?
No, when you look at him, right? I was in the gym training one day, right? Coach Witt told me, he said, Shaq, go home, you overtrained. I said, no, sir, I feel fine. He said, you can't learn this in college. You got to be around old school fighters. He said, look at your sweat. He said, if when you overtrain, your sweat is glossy, like patent leather. It's real shiny. But if you have not overtrained, then your sweat will be beaded up like water, like rainwater, right? So I said, I'm okay. You know what he did? He took his hand and wiped it across my chest and then tasted my sweat. I looked at him like he was crazy. He said, see, I told you, overtrained. There ain't no salt in your body. Right? This is when you around old school fighters or old school trainers, this is what you learn, right? This is about the mathematics and the science of fighting. That's why science, FCI, is the study of. I've been around many promoters. They say, you know what, you're too smart to be fighting. Because anytime you see us as athletes or where they play basketball and football and measurement, oh, that's mathematics. That's science.
All right.
Right. But that's it, brother. I'm going to leave you with that, man. All right. Ain't nobody important. I'm just your brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Yeah,
all
we're
right.
all important, man. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for calling.
Right.
Click that subscribe button.
All right.
Pull up for the next.
All right. All right. Peace, Lord.
All right. Okay, Bo, what you think of the call, man?
God speaks mathematics. And that's why I say the Bible is written
So you
mathematically.
heard the caller right there. Shout out to Mark Nash. You want to go check out Mark Nash for some hip-hop entertainment, for your boxing news, and for your boxing breakdowns. He's a great host, great show to be at, great live to tune into. Chat's always on point. Shout out Mark Nass. This was a caller. You heard the caller. Now let's get deeper into squaring the circle. Here you see Square Circle Boxing Academy. Remember, we're going to get deep into a hole on some alchemy and Freemasonry and some biblical blasphemy. Alright? I got another video for you guys to tune into and watch. The descriptions will be in the link to each and every video I post if you want to see the whole video. I'm just going to take a portion of it and keep this running along. We're going to keep this moving along. Again, Squaring the Circle, Square Circle Boxing Academy. Alright, this is a real boxing academy who calls himself Square Circle. Alright, now let's look at this picture. Why is it called a square circle when it's actually a boxing ring? Alright, so you can go do your independent research and find out that they used to fight in a ring, an actual ring, and not a square. This is going to go back to squaring the circle. Alright, square the square, square the circle, squaring the circle. Again, I'm going to tell you guys can think I'm reaching deep in my bag. That's only if you're a fairy fun boy who wears a purse. Straight up. Alright, it's called a boxing ring, but why is it a square? Now let's look at this. Square the circle. There are two ways to square the circle. The perimeter of the square is equal to the circumference of the circle. The square and circle have equal areas. Alright, again, this is going to be on some alchemy and Freemasonry and some biblical blasphemy. So let's keep it pushing. So let's keep this moving along. There you see squaring the circle again. The Great Pyramid. There you see a picture on the left. The pyramids and the circle. Earth and the moon. There you see their little square and circle. And on the right, you can go do your independent research on the Stonehenge is also aligned with the square and circle. The Stonehenge, circle and square, squaring the circle. I'm going to keep repeating this because I know you guys are not going to believe what you guys is about to see. Alright, squaring the circle. More alchemy and Freemasonry and some biblical blasphemy. This is all blasphemy, yo. So stay protected. Stay protected. Alright, stay prayed up. And blessing to the Most High. That's and don't doubt your discernment, y'all. Don't doubt what you guys truly see within whatever it is you guys see. Don't doubt yourself. Alright. This is the introduction to squaring the circle and its connection to alchemy and Freemasonry. I'm telling y'all, I'm getting in this bag, yo. And I'm gonna show you how much we made. I ain't gonna show you how much I made, but I'm gonna tell you we made a lot, yo. We damn near put the house on this motherfucker. Alright, introduction to squaring the circle and its connection to alchemy and Freemasonry. Here you see the circle, the square, the triangle, the circle. Alright, you see this logo anywhere? Always keep in mind, it's going to be pointing out to alchemy and Freemasonry and more biblical blasphemy. A lot of people are saying, is there Freemasonry? Is boxing Masonic? And I got a little short video of a boxing fan asking the same question. So watch this.
Y'all doing out there? I'm your host, Easy Work Boxing. About to hit you every weapon under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You see the title of the video. Question I want to ask the people out here who love the sport that I love. I know a lot of people are out here wondering. Like I've been wondering. Maybe I've been in denial. I've been wanting to be in denial for years about this subject. But after the Tyson Fury glove situation and seeing that nothing happened from that, this was a situation where somebody's life could have been taken in the ring. Even seeing the fact that Wilder himself didn't even come out to the public and tell the public about the situation of the gloves. Stuff like that is the reason why I'm asking the people who watch this channel, do you feel that boxing is Masonic, part of Illuminati? And like I just stated, I've been trying to be in denial about it for years. I tried not to act like I don't see it because it's the only sport I watch. What's up, Elbow? It's the only sport that I love. But due to the situation, like I said, of that fight, it opened my eyes to other areas. Yes, that's what's the point of the video. It is a form of entertainment, and any form of entertainment, they own it. And I'm gonna talk about some situations in boxing that also made me realize that, it is a little Mason, or they are a part of it. Like, for years back in the day, you used to always hear about fighters, like Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler. He had to fight for years before he could get a title shot. I think he was fighting Philadelphia-based fighters that the average fighters went out there fighting. Marvin Hagler had to go fight them. They still wouldn't give him a shot. Then he went and signed to another company, or he got with some other people. Next thing you know, he in line up there with the big guys. Now, I gotta talk about Devin Haney. Devin Haney was just on the same route. Devin Haney, even though he wasn't fighting no tough guys like that, Devin Haney was just fighting a bunch of names. And Devin Haney kept saying he wanted a title shot. Until Devin Haney signed a promotional contract with DAZN, Devin Haney never got a contract. Never got a title shot. You see it now. A lot of people, they want to say the mob, the mob got a part, and I don't believe the mob. I don't believe there was ever such thing as the mob. I believe there was, people doing illegal crimes and organized crime, but as far as to get as big as a mob, I don't believe that. I believe that's just the handlers in boxing and people who make you do certain things, I hate to mention this up, but it kind of made me look at certain areas. Like, I seen Deontay Wilder once in a outfit that was had the gown effect to it. They go over a man's knees with the split in the middle. It was like a jacket. And when I seen that, it made me think damn, my phone always do that. My bad, y'all, my phone call. But it would make me, I would see him as dressed like something like that, and I'd be like, damn, what the hell going on? And then boxing, going to the best dressed and all this and that, it's changing from fashion. They worry about what boxers wearing on their days off. And it just started making me wonder. I'm like, man, they got to be tied up in. Then we got Mr. Floyd Mayweather, one of the biggest, highest paid superstars out there. And everything going wrong with Floyd right now. Baby mama died, uncle died, daughter in jail for stabbing people. So you got to question yourself, what's really going on with Floyd right now? As they talk about, is it a sacrifice? We'll know pretty soon. Once we look up on TV and we see that Floyd done reached a $1 billion level, then we know Floyd done gave some people up. Because it's crazy. You lose Roger, baby mama, in threes, your daughter go stab somebody. You back in fighting shape. Look like Floyd finna get ready to come back and fight for some money. They're gonna push him over the limit of becoming a billionaire. So that's something people need to check out.
Now we can't doubt his opinion. We can't doubt the fact that he's curious. You know what I mean? What the fuck is going on? What is he seeing? And he explained it why he feels that way. So we can't be mad at that. So what we gotta do is we gotta dig deep and get some facts. We gotta get some facts on what is really going on in this boxing ring. We gotta figure out what's going on when they're squaring the circle. We heard the red and blue corner, Democratic Republican Party. We see them always with the blue and red, same bird, same wings of the same bird. We see it, two-headed coins, heads, tails, it's all the same coin. You see it. So keep up. Squaring the circle, symbolism and alchemy, and the Euclid geometry. Alright, again, the circle, square, triangle, and circle. You see this symbol anywhere, it's going to be alchemy, Freemasonry, and some biblical blasphemy.
We're going to talk about squaring the circle tonight. And so the first question is, what is squaring the circle? What is squaring the circle? So I think Stephen Skinner does an excellent job of basically in one paragraph describing what squaring the circle is, and he calls it one of these classic ancient geometrical problems. And Cheeves, you seem pretty interested in squaring the circle. She's like, the circle, the square. You know what? I bet you if I gave you some tuna fish, you wouldn't give a shit about squaring the circle, would ya? So what is squaring the circle? Squaring the circle, this problem arose because of the need to calculate the area of a circle. The solution was to find a formula or geometric construction that would enable someone easily to draw a square with an area that exactly corresponded to the area of a particular circle. The difficulty of this problem has led many people to use the phrase squaring the circle as a euphemism for something that was almost impossible yet mystical, and it actually is impossible. The circle is 360 degrees, and the square is 360 degrees. Cheeves, you're kind of interrupting this whole thing. Cheeves, you gotta get down, come on. Now, the idea of measuring or squaring the circle is that you want to make the area of a circle equal to that of an area of a square. Now, this is actually, at least as far as I know, is an impossible feat. And I think Numberphile, it's a pretty popular number site on YouTube, actually did a video on squaring the circle and talked about the impossibility of squaring the circle.
The word for a number that is not algebraic is called a transcendental number, which is a fantastic word. Now, to prove something is transcendental, it's really hard. In fact, mathematicians had shown that transcendental numbers existed 7 years before they had even found an example of a transcendental number. Eventually, they found a few examples of this, but we still had to wait until we were able to prove that pi itself was transcendental. And then that was done in 1882. Once we've shown that pi is not constructible, and that is a proof that you cannot square the circle.
There's a mystical import to squaring the circle as well, and that's really what we're going to focus on. And of course, that mystical import of squaring the circle is going to lead us right back to, well, there's a theme that's been going on through these lectures, if you haven't noticed, and how often they lead right back to Lord Jesus Christ. When we go to find the area of a circle, we have to use pi. So to find the area of a circle is radius squared times pi, right? So you take the radius of a circle, square it, and times pi. Now, the reason you can't ever find the complete area of a circle is because of the infinite nature of pi, the infinitude of pi. Pi is a number that goes on and on and on. 3.14159265355, etc., etc., etc. Pi goes on and on and on and on and on, right? It's an infinite number. And so the whole point of squaring the circle is that you always have to abbreviate pi at some point, whether that's 3.141, 3.142, 3.1415, 3.14. At some point, you have to take those infinite digits and cut them off, abbreviate it, truncate it, in order to actually make your calculation. And so therefore, because you have to truncate that number, because it's an infinite and transcendental number, you can never truly find the area of a circle. And I mean, you can get ridiculously close. You can get really, really, really close, but you can never truly find the area of a circle. And so therefore, because you can never find the area of a circle, you can't ever really make this art work. You can never actually find the area of a circle that is going to be equal to the area of a square. The circle has an immeasurability to it. There's an immeasurable nature to the circle because of pi. You can never truly measure it. Now, the square, on the other hand, is extremely measurable. You can measure the square. You know, it's got its 90-degree corners here. You know, you can easily take a tape measure and measure the side, and so therefore you can easily find the area of a square. So that's really what squaring the circle is all about. Geometrically, of course, now there's a mystical aspect to it. There's actually a psychological and spiritual aspect to it, and that's really what we're going to focus on here. And like I said, we're going to find that in Jesus Christ. I just want to read a few things about squaring the circle here. So this comes from the Odyssey of the Psyche and Jungian patterns in Joyce's Ulysses, and I forget who the author was. I didn't put that on there. I'm sorry, but it says here, for Dante, of course, the image is God. Himself the traveler grappling with the absolute conjunction of opposites, God and man, in the individual's participation in the incarnation. Dante is like a geometer wholly dedicated to squaring the circle. Of course, he's talking about Dante's Inferno. I'm sure many people know of that text. And at the point of comprehension, which is not yet comprehension, I could feel my being turned, instinct and intellect balanced equally, as in a wheel whose motion nothing jars. The conjunction of opposites, God and man, unified in the incarnation. And the whole idea of squaring the circle is to bring those opposites together. Now, the last few lectures we talked about, we did the lecture on heaven and earth. We talked about this unity of opposites, the bringing together of opposites to make one whole. We did the same thing when we looked at gender and talked about the whole gender issue. We talked about how basically that you could say like sex magic is sort of the theme in which the entire universe is created. So when we talk about the unity of opposites, we talk about the bringing together of the male and female, right? I have a whole list of opposites here about how the circle and square, like I said, are geometric archetypes to represent these opposites. And that the whole process, the whole psychological process of squaring the circle is a spiritual process in which man undergoes in his own psyche, in his own philosophy, right? And when he does that, what he does is ultimately brings the unity of opposites together. He brings as above and so below together. Brings as above and so below together. And that's exactly what squaring the circle is all about. Now, I'm just going to read, these are just some of the opposites. I got a whole list here of some of the opposites in creation that are, that a child can really understand how these opposites work. Spirit, matter, motion and stillness. Think about that. Think about the stillness of the earth. Have you ever felt the earth move? No, right? The stillness of the earth and the motion of the heavens. Spirit and matter, motion, stillness, incorporeal, corporeal, man, woman, as above, so below, alkaline, acidic, Adam, Eve, yin, yang, Shiva, Shakti, invisible, visible, production, destruction, circle, square, fast, slow, black, white, esoteric, exoteric, life, death, immortality, mortality, sun, moon, day, night, sacred, profane, good, God, Lord, good and evil, 3, 4, order, chaos, soft, hard, long, short, subjective, objective, positive, negative, active, passive, initiative, receptive, on, off, open, closed, primes, non-primes, odd, even. You get the point. Our entire world is created with these opposites, and it is only of the unity of these opposites that actually creates the wholeness of our the unity of the verse that God spoke. The ability to turn a square into a circle was one of the preoccupations of the alchemists. In other words, to reach a union of opposites by bringing heaven and earth together into one entity. Squaring the circle or circling the square, whichever way you want to think about it, is the embodiment of the circular aspects of the heavens that is transforming into the earth and vice versa. Carl Jung goes on to say I think this actually comes from Psychology and Alchemy, says, the squaring of the circle is a stage on the way to the unconscious, a point of transition leading to a goal lying as yet unformulated beyond it. It is one of those paths to the center. Jung's description of his experience is remarkably parallel to other descriptions of revelation in a temple setting in a number of cultures. In the vision quest of the Oglala Sioux, the young man desiring purification and vision from the deity, and that deity is called Wakantanka, would go to a high place, so this guy would go to a high place, would there orient a spot of ground by creating a squared circle, a mandala configuration, and would sleep with his head at the center pole, where he would hope to receive in dreams and visions what would be of value to him and to his people. Similarly, it was at this high place, or the high place of Gibeon, where Solomon received the wisdom from God that allowed him to carry out his royal mission in ancient Israel. Let's take a look at this. This is an old, basically Chinese adage. It's from the Gai Tian. It says, the square earth, its chariot, the round heaven, its canopy. So the earth is square, the heaven is round, the heaven is a circle, right? So basically we have squaring the circle. This is exactly what Genesis 1:1 is talking about. Genesis 1:1, in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, is not just talking about the stuff that's up there and the stuff that's down here. It's not just talking about spirit and matter. Of course, it is talking about that, but it's also giving you specific geometry in the very opening lines of the book. Now, this is where my frustration comes out a little bit. There is countless books. There's an entire tradition of numerous cultures discussing this fact, and it's so frustrating to click on YouTube and see so many of these people that dare talk about Christianity, dare talk about the Old Testament or the New Testament, and they say nothing about any of this. They know nothing about it. This is the opening line of this book. And the opening line of this book is trying to tell you about a concept that has been known cross-culturally for who knows how long. But the concepts of heaven being a circle and earth being a square is well known and repeated throughout the tradition of Gnostic Christianity. And I don't see anybody online, I hardly see a person online that dare calls themselves a Christian talking about this. And that's just, I just gotta say, it's just kind of frustrating. So, in the beginning, God created the circle and the square, is what it's saying. Now, I think it's, oh my Lord, I'm pulling this off the back here. Isaiah 66:1 or something, I want to say. And it says that God sits on his throne in the heavens and the earth is his footstool. What's a footstool? I mean, it's a square, right? These are these cryptic ways in which the Bible is relaying this information to you, you know. This comes from Michael Mayer, Atlantifugians, just an alchemist, I think in the 1600s, I want to say, something like that. It says, make a circle out of a man and a woman. Out of this a square. So make a circle out of a man and a woman. Out of this a square, which is basically when you make a circle out of a man and woman, you're uniting that man and woman into a singular area, a specific place, if you will. Make a circle out of a man and a woman. Out of this a square. Out of this a triangle. And then it says, make a circle and you will have the philosopher's stone. Now that's Michael Mayer. Take that for what you will. But the idea that it's saying that if you do not understand these geometric archetypes, if you do not understand how the psychological process is tied to geometry, you're not going to get it. Why? Why would he possibly say that? That seems sort of like a hoity-toity kind of like self-righteous sort of statement, right? No. Absolutely not. Why? Because God speaks mathematics. And that's why I say the Bible is written mathematically. God speaks math. God speaks the language of mathematics. And so in order to understand the directives that God has given you, you have to understand, at least at the very simplistic, elementary or rudimentary way, the fundamentals, the essences and principles and qualities and that sort of thing of numbers and geometry. And that's why numbers and geometry are, of course, part of the quadrivium.
And I'm going to keep this shit moving, because I told you guys before in other videos about the 47th problem of Euclid. And this is dealing with some Freemasonry work. Alright, so let's look at this. What is the 47th problem of Euclid? The 47th problem of Euclid is a mathematical ratio, the knowledge that allows a master mason to square his square when it gets out a square. So stay in your motherfucking spot, yo. All you squares out there, stay in your circle. You know, I think it was Future had a song like Square in the Circle or some shit like that. I don't even rock with shit like that. But I'm telling you, they know what they're doing out there. These Freemasons know what they're doing out there. You are saying to yourself, why is that important to me in today's world unless I'm a carpenter? Again, why is it called the 47th problem? The navigator traveling the trackless seas uses the 47th problem in determining his latitude, his longitude, and his true time. Eclipses are predicted tides are specified as to height and time of occurrence. Land is surveyed, roads run, shafts dug, bridges built with the 47th problem to show the way. This is alchemy, Freemasonry, and biblical blasphemy. Alright? And here you see it. We ain't making this shit up. No reason for me to lie and lead my friends and family to toxic water. I don't do that shit. Alright? I ain't never been that person. And I pray that don't nobody ever lead me to no toxic water. Alright? So keep a strong discernment. Stay prayed up. Salute to the Most High. Alright. Now we're gonna get into this bag for those who doubt. We're gonna get into the bag for those who don't believe that there is brotherhood in the boxing ring. Alright. Again, we're gonna look at this little video and laugh at the fairiness of Errol Spence talking about brotherhood and his brother. Alright.
Girlfriend.
Hey,
Getting jealous. She said, "Don't kiss her."
brother. Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro?
He said his girlfriend. Getting jealous. She said, "Don't kiss her."
Brother.
I got brothers, I got family, and we ain't kissing each other on no damn cheek. Shit, we more at fucking war than anything. Alright? That's what, but damn. Salute to the family, alright? Again, in the relationship between alchemy and the pre-medieval philosophy and ancient pursuit of transforming metals into gold and free Freemasonry is closer than you might think. Indeed, much of the symbolism used in the craft historical reflects the theme of transmutation. Say what? How to make a good man better, the journey from apprentice to master being part of the pathway to perfection and excellence that lives in the Masonic symbols like the Ouroboros and Mercury with you see it. Alright, the Ouroboros is the snake eating its tail. You'll see symbols of that. I'll show you a picture right here. This is the Ouroboros where you see the snake eating the tail, the serpent, you know what I mean? Come on, y'all. But I'm not even gonna point nothing out, okay? I'm not gonna point this out to you. You see the pictures here. Let's see if you guys can catch this before I get to the picture itself, alright? So here, let's keep this moving along. I keep the same picture there to see if you guys can see anything, alright? Before I break this shit down. Alchemy is even mentioned in certain rites from the 18th century, such as court, Cargolistros, and Egyptian rite, and Ministriano's rite, which both refer to alchemy or chemistry, especially the way the process is said to transform certain substances. In these cases, alchemy is a metaphor for the journey of the what? Alchemy is a metaphor for the journey of the Freemason, as he or she, in the case of Cargolistros' rite, continues through the higher degrees, transmuting to perfection through the discovery of the lost knowledge of the ancients. I hope y'all still in class. I hope this ain't too much for y'all. I hope this ain't too long. I'm trying to keep this as simple and short as I could. But I gotta show you guys a script. I gotta show you the script. So let me break the script down for you, alright? Again, let's look to the next picture and see if you guys can see what I'm trying to point out. I'm trying to point out the Freemasonry and Brotherhood within boxing, within squaring the circle. I'm gonna circle these squares. This is what I'm doing. I'm circling these squares before I enter the ring and start knocking motherfuckers out myself. So as Freemasons, not we but they, symbolically work stone to perfect it. Stone that originally comes from the earth. In Masliano's right, it is mentioned chemistry is art and wisdom is nature, and the most learned chemists cannot be even a pupil among us. Today, the fairy brotherhood of Masons strive for protection in ritual and in life itself, much like those ancient alchemists seeking lost knowledge to turn metal into gold. Pardon me. Much like those ancient alchemists seeking lost knowledge to turn metal into gold. Pardon me. So what I'm trying to show you, if you didn't catch it already, I want you guys to look at this picture next. I kept the same picture in each article I just read of alchemy and Freemasonry and some biblical blasphemy. You've seen Triple G knocking Willie Monroe out. You see him on the floor. You see that picture under it with the handshake of the Freemason compass and square and compass. But were you focusing on, now look at this picture. Were you focusing on Willie's trunks? Right above the Puerto Rican flag, what do you have on his trunks? You got the square and compass. Now look at this, counting to 3. You got the 3 G's. Now look at Triple G's trunks. Oh, I'm reaching, huh? I'm just reaching in the bag because there's no masonry, there's no brotherhood, there's no occult, there's no misleading secrets in boxing. You got it all fucked up. You got it all fucked up in your fucked up head. You know what I mean? All your sports entertainers, they got you all fucked up in your head, thinking they all righteous, thinking that they're superior to yours. They got you all fucked up in your head. That's why you're over here worshiping all these damn athletes. That's why you sitting here stuck to your tube every time there's a fucking basketball game, every time there's a baseball game, every time there's a fucking soccer game, every time there's news bullshit, every time your fucking favorite hip-hop artists is, you guys have got your whole shit fucked up. Look at that, counting to 3. Triple G's, right there, 3 G's, Masonic. Why is the G, why do they use the G? G is the 7th letter of the alphabet, alright? G is just G. And there you see again, on his trunks, he's throwing that shit in your face. He's in the circle of square with his square compass on his damn shorts. But I'm just reaching. That's just one boxer, right? That's just one boxer who might be a Freemason, Bruce. You're tripping. Oh yeah, because this guy right here, Manny Pacquiao, throwing up the Mano Cornudo right there, throwing up the Monto, you know, throwing up the horn, the devil horns. Well, you think Manny Pacquiao is throwing up these horns because he's a rock fan? Huh? You think Manny Pacquiao listens to rock music? Is that why you think Manny's throwing that shit up? Huh? The same reason you see this Pope and this ninja right here throwing up the same devil sign? Huh? You think these motherfuckers are at a rock concert? Huh? Look at this funny motherfucker right here. Look at this funny motherfucker right here. I'll snatch his whole fur off his goddamn face. Look at this motherfucker. Blasphemy. Look at him throwing up that manto, throwing up that damn devil horn. In reference to Saint Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Society Jesus, the Jesuit himself. He's throwing up that same damn hand sign. So now do you see where the shit is coming from? You see where this shit is coming from? Hey, yo, Bruce, you're fucking bugging right now, son. Nah, you're bugging. You're a brain dead sheep and you got your head all fucked up. Look at Manny Pacquiao. Great to see my good friend Miguel Cotto. That sounded a little Chinese and Arabic at the same time. I'm sorry, Manny, but I can't do a good Manny impersonation, alright? But look at him. You think that's a regular hug? You guys are looking at the hug, but you guys aren't looking at his shirt. He got the G and the square and compass on his damn shirt. Hey, yo, Bruce, maybe someone gave him the shirt and he didn't know that it was a Masonic shirt. Yeah, you're right. You got me. He's just a rock star throwing up the fucking mono for the fuck of it. And he knows nothing about Freemasonry. But let's look at this picture here. God damn. Is that Manny Pacquiao right there standing next to... Well, those look like Freemasons. There you see the Masonic book. I don't know what book that is. It's more biblical blasphemy. And there you see the square and compass right there. I'll be damned, yo. Let's look at this a little more clear for those who think this is photoshopped. Obviously, it's not Photoshop. Must have been during the time of the pandemic, because you see him holding a mask. Or who knows? Maybe they knew this shit was coming. Maybe Manny just likes to wear a diaper on his face. I don't know. But check this set out. Because there you see him in a Masonic lodge with more fairy hood, bati, boy, brotherhood. Look at him. Man, it's a damn shame, Manny. It's a damn shame. So we're going to keep it moving. There you see the president with the WBC belt on his desk. And there you see Wilder, Stallone. I don't know who else is back there. And I'm not sure if that's Lennox Lewis right there, but I know that is a boxer. Alright. Is this a brotherhood meeting, or is this this might be a picture to the pardon, or this just, I don't know what it is. Alright. But I found it interesting. Alright. So yeah, I'm bugging. We seen two Masons in the square, in the circle. We squared out. No, we circled two squares. Manny and Willie Monroe as Masons. What about the man who they called Brother Jack Dempsey? You ever heard of Brother Jack Dempsey? He's an old school boxer. Let's look at this guy. Nobody owes anybody a living, but everybody is entitled to a chance. Is that brotherhood talk or what? There you see. Go look up famous Freemasons. You can do a better search and look up famous boxing Masons and see who pops up. Alright? I didn't put that shit in the feed. I didn't add that shit to Google. I didn't make this shit up. So there you see Jack Dempsey, Freemason, standing on a checkered board. Masonic, black, white, duality. Alright? Now, to be a champ, you have to believe in yourself when no one else will. Who said that? Again, they are putting Brother Sugar Ray Robinson there. Part of the brotherhood. And there you see a picture of Sugar Ray Robinson in the lodge with more Masons in the very top right hand corner, doing their Masonic handshake while they both have on their apron. What are they cooking? They're cooking up some sweet and sour Bati Boy soup, and everybody's welcome to the party if you're a fairy. Alright? And there you see Tyson Fury. He's got a fight coming up, so let's see what happens there. I'm really not worried about running no numbers. Really not interested. So we're getting ready to close this shit down. And I just want you guys to know this is all entertainment. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. I'm off that K2 and Ajax. That's what we got laced up. I think I'm puffing on some K2 laced with Ajax. The homie King Infamous came through and he dropped me off a bag of some K2. So I laced that shit up with some Ajax, and I'm you know what I mean, I got my jetpack I'm up in the air right now rocketeering. There you see, I'm rocketeering without throwing up the mano cornudo. But yes, again guys, this is all entertainment. And remember, it isn't just squaring the circle or the circle in the square. It's your entertainment. It's all sports. And yes, basketball. And don't think if you're an athlete out there that you got to stop playing, you got to stop doing all this shit. That's not what it's about. Just keep a strong mind, man. Keep a strong belief in the truth. And don't sell out, man. Just to play your fucking sport. Don't sell out to do whatever you got to do. Don't put your family in jeopardy, man. Don't make no sacrifices that you're going to regret later on in life. You know, it's on the basketball ring. I mean, it's on the basketball court. It's on the football field. And yes, it is in baseball as well. Alright? And here you see baseball, Franklin Lodge. Here you see the baseball, Franklin Lodge. The square and compass. Now look at this. If you guys think I'm reaching here, you see the field itself is the square and compass. You see the field itself is a square and compass. Alright. We got some shit in the mix brewing up. There you see the square and the compass, 314 feet, the 33 ounce bat, 33 inches, 108 stitches. And I'm gonna break all this shit down for you in the next video. Here you see All-Star Masonic Baseball, game played in Trenton. Yes, the All-Star Masonic Baseball. And you guys, I'm telling you, it's in all your entertainment, your news, your sports, music. Stay prayed up. You know what I mean? Don't keep your third eye open. You know what I mean? Don't worry about your pineal gland, your IRA. Scratch all that shit out, y'all. Don't believe in that IRA, your pineal gland bullshit. Alright? Keep a strong discernment in your heart, yo. And know right from wrong. And just be righteous. And don't sacrifice yourself. And don't do no dumbass sacrifices to get in the right place. Just for some damn money. Alright? Be true to yourself. Coming soon, the Brothers of the Bat. The Masonic World Friendship Lodge raises 4 Detroit baseball players. Again, Brothers of the Bat coming soon. You was tuned in to Bruce Lee's philosophy on hypocrisy. And you know that F is silent for those who fight opposite of what's violent. We out, you brain dead sheep.
Bruce Leaf, down wherever it's silent. You know that it's silent for those who fight opposite of what's violent. Now let's build. I choose the ox out the toolbox. Dirty hammer, let's get nailed on the spot. Rusty Glock, once it pops, it scratches a surface like a quick outbreak. What's a chicken to a pot? He's too scared to get shot, bitch. You know me, nigga, more like a maid to a nigga. Pause, round up the R's. I set fire to your fairies, round of applause. And there's no app that goes against laws. Man bag equals frauds. These equal rights are ours, no hope bars. My drive operates like a brand new car. I stay power motivated while street racing on overcharge. Your motive is overrated by far, and you're not going far. I shoot towards the stars. Celebrities, I know who you are. Load up another, I'm the keeper to my brothers. I see through the dark, so no need to wonder how Noah built the ark. My architect spits like I got an arc in my tech, so my nemesis best take guard. My bullets fly first class like they sent from God. And you can die a martyr for Nimrod. This iron rod doesn't swing for par. It sings a war card, signed with a signature war scar. I'm Al Capone with a cigar, mixed by Jimi Hendrix on the guitar. I'm the Phantom of the Opera, played by Sinatra. My world-class elegance leaves a mark. I taught Tony Jaw self-defense with elephants. The defender of the graveyard, back to the graveyard shift. I got bones to pick, past the pick, sickle and shovel. You phony MCs are all in trouble. Useless to the taste of my classic musical. Get yourself a stunt double. I'm
Philo Beats.